So today starts my week of documenting how much money you can make as an Uber driver in Boise. It is Monday morning. It's roughly 9 a.m. I am going to try to drive from 9 to 3 every day and then go out for the evening until the last airport call. And we'll see how well I can do. I'm going to keep track of mileage and gas, got a full tank, and see how much gas we're at. I got a full tank and the current mileage is 212,126 miles. We'll see what the daily average is and see how profitable this actually is and decide if I should probably finally quit from doing this. Uber was incredibly slow this afternoon, so I decided to come home and work on some instructions and hopefully be able to do the launch video tomorrow, just finishing up Indiana Jones. This is actually Belloc and the Ark of the Covenant. Everything's making sense. Probably go out later this evening and try to probably drive 6 to midnight or 6 to 2. Try to get a full 8 hours in, but I want to get this done too. I was double checking on my physical builds and I noticed I was missing a 4x4 round quarter plate for Sala right there. And I can't find it in my collection. I do see it's in some currently available sets. It's actually in this Dreams Narwhal. I tried calling the Lego store and they said they didn't have it in stock and they might get it tomorrow on their shipment, but I think I'm just going to look for it while I'm out driving tonight and stop at Fred Meyer's or something, and hopefully I can get it then. So I did find time to stop at Fred Meyer's to pick up this Dream set. It has a white round, actually a quarter round 4x4 plate I needed to complete a brickhead because I need to finish making a video on that. It's going to be a little sad parting this guy out, but I think I'll just replace that piece in the future because this looks like it'd be super fun to have. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have time to finish making the announcement video for the Indiana Jones brickheads I'm going to put on my website. I need to remember to film when I'm buying stuff in stores, but it's about 11:22 p.m. A couple more flights at the airport, so I'm gonna see how many rides I can get in, and yeah, hopefully we'll see what we end at the day. It's been kind of slow today, really slow, so it's not gonna be good numbers. I finished my last airport run at about 12:45, and then I went ahead and did one more ride after that and was gonna call it a night, and turns out I picked up this young lady and she was super quiet the entire ride, and when I would go to drop her off, she's snoring in the back seat, and I try to wake her up just by asking nicely, and then she's totally unresponsive. I turn up the music, I have to start yelling, no response at all. So I had to call the police to come help me get this person out of my car, because it's very important for me as a driver to never touch a passenger, and especially you don't want to be touching a young woman late at night, especially when she's unresponsive like that. So it turns out she was extremely intoxicated, and when the sheriff showed up, he tried yelling and couldn't get her. I mean, he started nicely, and when I say yelling, he wasn't being mean, but he couldn't wake her up, and then he started shaking her on the shoulder a little bit, totally non-responsive at all, and he was shocked to see how drunk she was, and it took so much effort for him to wake her up, and then finally she was so embarrassed because the fire department had to come too, and the ambulance, just to make sure she was okay. But as soon as they got her out of my car, they said I could go, and if they needed anything else from me, they would call. But yeah, hopefully she's fine and doesn't have alcohol poisoning or anything. But it's finally time to call it a night. I am going to go into Winco to get some food to do some meal prep tomorrow, and it's basically time to go home and call it a night. if I did my trip meter correctly, it looks like I drove about 160 miles today. And I think I made $116. Ugh. Not the best day. I usually try to do $1 per mile. Ugh. Oh well. It was a slow Monday, and before I go home, last thing I'm going to do is fill up the tank so it's full for tomorrow. And just doing this fill up every day just helps keep in mind how much I'm spending a day per fuel. So we'll see if it's all worth it. Okay, so I got the stream set. So let me see if I can find that piece so I can finish Sala. We have a little gap there. Let me fill it in. There it is right there. Perfect. All right, and then whenever I get that replacement, I can use that and build that set. So hopefully I'll be able to film this soon. Tomorrow. That's the plan for tomorrow.